Okay. So today what we are going to do is something which we already know and we have always been doing it. Okay, but today, this week rather, we are going to very specifically concentrate more of it like an experiment. What happens is most of the time these things are happening in our life and we say, oh, I knew it. Or we say, yeah, what a coincidence, right? But when you, with the thought of the experiment, when you do it, you have either, okay, it happened or not happened. And if it happened, why it happened? If didn't happen, why it didn't happen, right? So some kind of analogy we should be able to come into. Why are we doing this? Only to make us believe and prove ourselves that these things true. These things are true. Okay, what is it today we are doing? In this, the whole idea is we are all connected to everything and everyone. Everything and everyone in this world, in this universe are connected. This is the premises. And then with this premise, what we are going to do is, in this invisible field, allows us to get connected to everybody. So field is a medium, right? So if I am effectively able to use the medium, I should be able to influence anybody or anything to whatever I want. Okay, the moment when we are saying connected, it's, don't think that, okay, I am controlling. That's not true. When we are saying connected, you will be feeling unknowingly about others whom you are connected to, or you are kind of transmitting those information to them that they can feel it. It's more like that. It's not like, okay, let me control Nabina. Energetically, I'll do something for her so that, and then I'll watch. What's the big fun? Why should I do that? Right? But if I am connected to her, whatever I think, whatever I do, somewhere will influence her. That's what we need to figure out. That's what we need to understand. Okay? So in this quantum physics, basically quantum physics is nothing but metaphysics, okay? Scientists don't seem to like the word metaphysics, so they call it quantum physics. Okay, so in the quantum physics, there is something called non-locality. It is Sir Isaac Newton also started it, and it's a very, very well-known, popular topic. Non-locality. What does that mean? It means action at a distance. Meaning, somewhere when you have got connected, these two, they always talk in terms of particles, okay? Particles like atoms are two particles, basically. Two particles will behave synchronously, even though they are at distance, even though as if there is nothing in between. Like, okay, I'm calling up somebody here. There is phone waves in between, right? So I'm using the phone wave and I'm talking, if I'm talking over the phone. If I'm touching this, in this medium, I am able to hold it. So there is something in between which makes us do everything in normal life. But whatever they're saying about non-locality is, there is synchronicity between two things which seem to be totally disconnected, far away. That's why action at a distance means whatever is happening to me, someone else can feel it, even though they are at a distance. That is the synchronicity. Okay, will the whole universe connected? Okay, supposedly it is connected either by 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jumps. If you're in LinkedIn, no, you will know that how many jumps you are connected to somebody, right? It's like that. You may not have a direct connection, but you have a friend who has a friend. And so that means you're connected to them. It shows you're connected to this person in 5 jumps, 3 jumps. That's how they show in LinkedIn. That's exactly is non-locality. That means you can reach them, though you don't know them at all. Okay. Now, so what happens is a lot of people actually did a lot of experiments on this. Human belief is, let's assume if there is a shoes kept in the middle of the room, I have to walk, go there, I have to pick it up and put it aside. So it's a series of connected events. Now, if I do not want to move, can I sit and think and think and think to move that? Not possible, right? There should be somebody, let's assume your child is playing there. You have to scream and those goes in the waves, hits his or her eardrums. He understands, he goes and picks it up and puts it there. Even though you are at a distance, you're still using the medium, you're making things happen. Series of events, chain of events. So what do we believe? If something has to happen, there has to be a chain of events connected. This is what we all believe. But the scientists are proving that it's not necessary so. Okay, now, so what are the different things which they tried? Okay, now, even Einstein, he couldn't understand it fully to explain it or prove it, because they say that there has to be an attachment for this synchronicity to happen. Now, attachment is also entanglement. Okay? The moment you get to know somebody, you already got entangled with them for eternity. So wherever they go, the connection has already been established. That means to say, you can influence them, they can affect you. You might be thinking that I am all done. I'm done. I don't remember them anymore. They're gone in their own way. I've gone in my own way, and nothing we affect each other. Totally wrong. You just don't know how they're affecting you. At least through their memories, something is happening to you. Maybe. And unknowingly, a lot of things could be coming. Okay. Now, so it's a little scary thing, right? So there are so much more. Now, the family constellation entanglements are same, what they talk about it. Past lives are same. Everything seems to be same. Karma concept is seems to be same. The key thing is entanglement, attachment. Once you have it, now the intensity of how that affects you, the intensity of the entanglement. You just had one contact of somebody, you got some introduction, and then that's it. Okay, so they also just, there is no need for them to influence you or affect you. So maybe it's not that a strong entanglement. But Gary is the access consciousness guy. He says there is no way by chance also you meet even like just a you know, some, you got to know somebody, that's all. Even if it is that, it's not possible that you just met somebody across time and space, somewhere you know them very well, that is why you have met them. even to the extent that you're seeing on the Zoom, whatever, at the energy level, that is the contact. So there are so many things which are beyond our control. Now, what we can do is, with all of this, that is why now we'll start understanding why people talk about free will, why people talk about you should give permissions. Now, the thing is, sometimes this is my own question. Is these things, or whatever they say about permissions and free will, is it to empower us? Just to make us, and just telling us that it's all right, you don't have to entertain anyone? Or is it really true? I don't know. I always think like this. No one has given me that answer. I have never realized it. Because once you believe it, that becomes your good belief and it protects you. But do you have guarantee? I would like to believe it. I would like to believe that I have free will. I would like to believe that I don't have to entertain anything if I don't want to. It's something like someone is trying to affect me, I can just cut it, cut it there. Or I can say that, sorry, I can't take this, right? Quantum physics says what I don't know, I have to come across somewhere to, because if I want to read quantum physics, I won't understand a bit, I'm sure. So if there is someone else telling me, then someday I'll figure it out. But this is a question I have, right? But there is definitely a field which is so complicated for us to understand. But some few laws maybe we are able to feel. And I prefer to have my own beliefs related to that so that I know how I can handle it. Okay. So so in 1978, they did one experiment where they put the lot of encephalographs, which they put it everywhere to the brain signals, and they put two people in a separate room where they were never connected, but they just told them that we are doing the experiment. That's the connection they created. Two unknown people, and on one person's eyes they were just putting some kind of a pattern of torch light or something like that. Some lights they were putting on the eye, creating a pattern, and they were seeing how the brain is forming the brain waves. And after some time, the man out somewhere there, some other room, his head also started giving the same brain pattern. So time and again they've proved this. Many other things. They also proved that skin is the one actually stops this. If you don't have skin, we kind of read everybody's thought very easily. Skin is our protection around us. So the moment when there is something affects us with respect to a attachment, skin gets affected first. Skin diseases, skin problems will start. And it'll always be something to do with an attachment what we have. Okay, so so this is one thing. Then let's see some more. So many times we say that it is so much of coincidence happening in our life. For example, I'll tell you, this is such a wonderful coincidence. I've been thinking about it ever since it happened. Every Monday we have a FC. We are in this group. And yesterday when we joined, yesterday was a Monday when we joined, I don't know what happened in that moment. Usually I'm a person who will feel I don't want to be the subject, even in demos and everything. I have this feeling that maybe my story won't be so good that everybody, won't appreciate nothing. It'll be boring, or some kind of a something happens. So I never go ahead, volunteer myself for any kind of demos. Okay. I'm an observer mostly. But something happened yesterday. And I said, I want my FC yesterday. And I just felt, okay, is there, I want to be done with it fast. That was also a thing in my head, actually. So one FC, that last Monday FC was over. So her name was supposed to be taken out from the chits. So she was reading all the chits, opening and reading. My name was the first, second, third, fourth she was reading, and she removed one which was over. And then she folded. At that time, Rosina asked, okay, who wants to pick the chit? I said, because I said, I want to pick myself. That is why I will pick it. And everybody laughed. And I told her, the other lady I told her to shuffle it because I know that the first name was mine, right? So I told her to shuffle it. Otherwise, I will pick the first one. So the person whose FC was already over last week, she said, let me pick it because I'm done anyway. I'm neutral. Let me pick it. Then I told her, you better choose me, okay? And then when she said number 5, and when they picked it, can you guess it's me? It's like, yeah, that's what it is. It's the synchronicity. Now is that somehow I knew that I would come? Did that act? Or did I make it happen? Did I influence the field? I don't have the answer for it. Maybe both are same. Because there in 5D, which is metaphysical world, there is no timeline. So whatever happened is what I have thought and I have seen. If both are same, then this question of I knew it, so I chose it, or did I influence the field and manifested it? Both are same actually, because both are happening at the same time. Are you able to comprehend it? I'll give an example for that. Some few people did an experiment that in some 1970s time, the experiment was done very recently, maybe in 2012 or something. They chose a hospital of 1970. They chose a hospital which was there in 1970s, sometime, I don't remember the date. And what they did, a particular day, okay, in a particular day, some set of patients had come, right? So they segregated those patients into 2 groups. So for one group, they did the healing. See, this is an event which is already over, 1973. Okay, 2012 or something like that, these people are segregating 2 groups and they're giving healing to one group and they didn't heal the other group. Okay, sufficient healing they did. And then they went back to the records to check who are those people who got healed and went out. Most of them were all from the first group whom they healed. And the rest of the thing were mostly something happened to them, they didn't get healed. Okay. Now, what does this prove? Go back to let's say 1973. There, when those people entered, somehow they got some set of people got healing energy from somewhere. From where? From 2012. You collapse the time. You're able to understand what I'm saying? When you collapse the time, it is then. Because one second, Navina. So at the beyond 3D level, there is no time. Everything happening now. So when you start thinking like that, anything you can change anytime. You can't think that, okay, past is over. No, you can change the past also. Okay, what do I do changing the past? the response to that past event will change now. You all got it, what I'm saying? Maybe you should think over it and then you'll realize what I'm saying. This is a very, very powerful theory which can be used so wonderfully for your work, whatever you want to do. Okay, Navina, your question. Can't hear. We can't hear you. No, maybe remove your headphones and then talk.
Now?
No, yeah, now we can.
Okay, I think something with the earphone. Anyways, yeah, so it's basically like you saying that we healed the set of people at 2012 and the healing happens to 1973 people?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just wondered how it will be for 1973 people. They're suddenly feeling some energy is there in them that's healing them. They don't know from where it is coming. You can believe different places, right? Why don't you believe even different timelines?
Okay, I mean, those 1973 people may be now old, right? But
they may be old.
Yeah,
but
so
from the records, when you look at it, who entered the hospital and who went out of the hospital, they're all from those group of people, these people healed. The other set of people, either they died or something happened to them and they didn't get.
So they are actually, you know, they are like 2012 people we are healing and their effect we are seeing on 1973 people, right?
2012 are some healers. They just took out those records and they started healing those people who entered the hospital.
Oh, I mean 1973 people, those people.
Yeah, they took the hospital records and they segregated into two people. They didn't look at, okay, who died, we will put them in another group. They didn't see anything.
Okay.
They didn't see their problems. Randomly, they picked two sets.
Okay.
And they healed one set. They did not heal the other set. Then since they had the record, they went back and checked the records. Then they found out that most of the people whom they have healed in the first group have healed and gone out.
Okay, got it. I mean, across time and space, we can heal. And it may be anywhere they are. Wherever they are, they'll be healed. Just by our intention right now.
Yeah, that's what it is. Wherever they are, they're healed, meaning what? Yeah,
I mean,
so remove your...
We don't know actual whereabouts, right? We just picked out their names and we send in whatever, in wherever they may be. Maybe they are in Earth realm or some other realm. But
whatever that is, right? In whatever form they are. Right. It's possible that because of this fact that at the above 3D level, there is no timeline. There is no space. There is no timeline. So it's very difficult for us to think without the timeline. For us, it's yesterday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Okay, I had one more question. Can I ask now or at the end relating to this only?
I don't know. What do you feel?
Okay, I'll just ask. You can prefer answering now or later. Like if suppose somewhere, if using this field as a medium, even in the family, like if I want to influence somebody's thoughts, like acting on myself, not direct healing, can I do that? Like using this field? Like just working.
You are inside the field. There is no way you can get out of the field.
Right.
So there is no question of using the field. You are in the field and you will be inside the field itself. Okay, so by default, you'll be using the field.
Yeah,
okay,
so
now
basically working on if somebody is affected in the family and I can't give a direct healing
you can do that. You can do that, but I'll come to that answer a little later. Hold on to it. Okay. Sure. Now what happens is, so when we understand this, that we are connected to everything. Okay. So let me just mute all. Okay. So, okay. So basically, whatever particles which are inside this field, it's called as a system. And whatever you do individually or together, you are working like a system. That's exactly how that's why family constellation works only on systems. Some kind of system it works, because influence of you is very effective if there is a system. It's like a chain reaction. The system will start thinking differently, doing differently, because you are part of the system. It's like you take out yourself from it, you reflect the whole system. So when I work on this little part of it, actually I'm working on the whole system. Right? So think about like a mirror. One big mirror, your image is seen. If the mirror breaks, there are two images of you, whole images, not half image here. Right? So even if you're taken away a little bit, you are whole and complete, and you are representing this whole system. So by just working on this little thing, you can actually affect the whole system. Okay, so that is the power actually we have, which we don't realize it. And there's also this butterfly effect. You have seen that in Brazil, one butterfly fluttering its wings, if it flutters a little bit more, then actually it causes hurricane in Texas. That has been proved. What does that say? That one little decision, action you do, it has a phenomenal effect somewhere else, which we do not understand, but it is true because we are all connected. Okay. Now, you might think that, oh my gosh, how I might have affected everybody. Definitely. How about being a little bit nice? That we have nice effects everywhere around. Okay. So what more examples I can tell you? Most of the time we are all cribbing about relationships. Of course, relationships are very, very difficult. You know, Malya Hospital, whenever I used to pass by, I used to see that big board. It used to say that we can't, what is that it says? We can't fix the broken eggshell, but we can mend your heart. Something like that, they had put it up. That you can't put back the broken shell, but definitely a broken heart can be mended. You know, something like that. So practically we can mend everything. It's just that broken shell may remain to be broken shell, but the effect of it will change if you are able to change certain few bad things which have happened. Right? Whatever that is, if you're able to hold space, if you're able to change that, your attitude, then maybe that will change something else in others. For example, I also read this. If you're very angry, it is like a burning coal in your own hand. And it'll burn you first. And then probably when you drop it, it'll burn others if they are trying to hold it. So why do you want to even choose that so that it burns you? Okay, that is not fair. Okay, everything is fair in this world. It's just effects, that's all it is. Nothing is true, nothing is bad, you know, but it's just that it just happened. Okay. So there are a lot of such, I'm sure we all have. Now, what I want you all to do is, in our life, just like how I gave you the example yesterday, what happened, in our life, there are several things which we have influenced. Okay, I want you all to think just one. Maybe you have thought it as a, what kind of a beautiful coincidence, or horrible coincidence, whichever that is. Just think about it once. I'm sure you'll find many. Just think about it once and feel that, yes, you're so powerful. Feel that. Just think. I'll give you probably a few minutes. You did, all of you? Wonderful. Did you realize how powerful you are? And it's such fun, isn't it? So, relationships are very difficult, I said, right? They're very sensitive, but try whenever you feel this, with this person, it's very difficult kind of a thing. Try to just give something good. Let them feel something good. Okay? Let them influence it in some good way. Now, don't look at the benefit for you. Stop looking for benefits. Because just how you just now thought about your own experiences, we have been benefited like mad in this universe. We have got millions of things for ourselves, which has been so good. So we don't have any reasons to crib. So using this, that we are all connected and we can influence everything which we have been entangled with. Like I was talking to my daughter again. Of course, she's there at home, so I can keep talking. She said, oh my gosh, isn't that so cringy? Isn't that so, scary that I will be affected by everybody? And I can affect, she was already angry with some few people. So, I can easily affect others this way. So then we both came to the conclusion. So why don't we use this in a very good way, that love is the most wonderful thing. Now, it's very difficult to feel love if you're very angry with someone. That's a fact, right? So how do I send love when I'm really angry? Then what you need to do is, this is what they say. There will be some metaphor which is meaningful, like, which means love for you. There will be a metaphor. Okay? For example, for me, my cat. The moment I hold my cat, I just go crazy and I just feel nothing but love. Sometimes I feel that I might manhandle the cat and then I might kill it. It's so much love, I can't explain that. But that's the metaphor for me, for love. Sorry. So all of you, please find out something which means love to you. I'll give you 1 minute. It may be your children who were when they were a little baby. Maybe think about that photo, or think something. Maybe you have a pet like me, or maybe a beautiful food item, which I don't recommend. Okay, that's my story. But something like that, which signifies love for you. Neha, you are mute.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can think of nature.
Of course, if it's beautiful, it's like, oh, I can laze around. It's so beautiful for me. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah,
can be
okay.
which is very nice for you and just makes you go crazy. Okay. Something which feels very warm in your heart. That's what I'm trying to say. Or on your skin or body, whatever that is. Maybe head massage. You feel like, oh, can you please continue a little more? Okay. So like that, that is the metaphor of love for you. Now, when you find that, keep sending it to those people whom you hate, whom you are angry with, and all of it. Keep sending that as if you're handing over your love to them. Because if you feel that, you will definitely contribute to that to them. Isn't that easy? This is my method. Because every time, whenever a teacher is telling give love, I would think that how the hell do I give love? I don't even know. For me, the LOV spelling stands in front of me. But what is it for feeling? They say that use all 5 senses and feel. Oh, I am not able to. I'm seeing only LOVE. So then I figured out this is such a good way. Because I just feel that in all my 5 senses. You got it right? So using this fact of quantum physics that we are all connected, why don't we send love whenever we feel like killing somebody, okay? Just hand over my cat to them. The cat will decide what it wants to do. Meaning, if they want to take the cat, it's good. If they want to throw the cat, it will do something for them. Anyway, that's their choice. Right? So there's free will also. There is that belief that if they want, they'll take it. If they don't want, they'll drop it also. But it seems like a workable process. Okay, coming to what the experiment we are supposed to do. This is one. Okay, I'll tell the experiment first and then we'll close with the joke. So first you have to be very clear as to, because for the sake of the experiment, be very, very clear what is that you are going to transmit or tell somebody. Okay, for example, you can tell your husband, bring home a loaf of bread, something like that. Or somebody, it's not necessary they're alive also, maybe, because when I was doing this experiment, I don't know why, when it came to doing the experiment, I couldn't stop but to doze off. So in that kind of a hallucinated state, I saw my father helping me with some documentation of something. Okay. And then after that, actually, it became very easy and I got all those documents.
Isha's video is frozen.
Yeah, it has.
She's in a state of joy.
She looks totally blissful, na?
Yeah.
I think someone just messaged her. Otherwise, she'll keep talking without realizing. Oh, I am the host now. Can't hear you, Navina. You speaking to someone or? You're speaking here, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I think something wrong with my earphone. I can hear, but I can't.
Now I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
my earphone, something has gone wrong. Okay.
Now Ishania's image is also not there. Is that right?
No, she's dropped out only.
I
She's
think.
dropped out. I think her connection is cut off completely.
Yeah.
Because see, the recording button is also going on and off like that. Her connection must be bad.
Right.
Mhm.
Can we just chat in the meantime about today's thing only?
Yeah, I guess so.
What I was trying to understand is, like she's talking about 2012 and 1973 across timelines, but that is way in the past. So whatever happened to those people then, in 2012, some people did healing and they got healed in 1973.
Hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So suppose a certain person, I want to ask Isha this, but anyway, um, like certain people who are no more, but they suffered before they died. So if I give them healing now, would it affect them? She's saying wherever they are.
Yes. I think according to
Yeah,
me,
I guess.
it should.
Bola,
It
bola,
should.
Naveen. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Okay, I think it should because, across time and space, they would have taken some form, either rebirth or in some way they may be existing. Their soul may be existing, so they'll get the healing anyway. So they'll be
Right.
healed either in the rebirth state or in any other form in which they are.
But they've already gone, that body is gone, which had that issue. So why would they need that healing after they've lost the body?
No, Anna, I'll just like to clarify here, before, few sessions before Isha had clarified this, even in the current body, they may have suffered and they may have left. But when, either they have taken rebirth or they may have been in some other form, it's like the soul is still carrying that. So they need that healing. When I still remember that ancestral healing, which we did, it is like, although they may have taken rebirth and they may be somewhere else, but it will reach them and they will heal whatever. They may not know from where it's coming, but it will help them. It will help them in, in whatever way it is meant to help them. It will reach them and they will heal. That is what I got to know. Yeah, Isha
Yeah,
is back.
so
Isha will clarify more. Isha,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were talking about that, Neha raised this question that, if somebody has left this earth realm and, if we heal, will it reach them? And what I got the understanding from your sessions is that we do heal. I remember an ancestral healing or something you shared with us that in spite of whatever
Yeah, I'll
realm.
explain that. Hold on. So
Yeah.
what happens is, in any of the regression therapies and any of those therapies, we do energy exchanges, right? What do we do after doing the therapy, whatever? It may be past life, and we call the past lives and those people who are in that past life, and we make them talk. We return all those which does not belong to them. We get back what they lost. Why do we do that? One of my clients asked me the question, what if my grandfather is reborn somewhere, right? But the essence is, it's look at like this, the higher self is huge, one chunk is being born, correct? Now that finished its life with whatever, it went back. Another chunk is born.
Isha is again frozen.
Yeah,
Oops.
that's a problem. What to do?
That's the resistance today, I think, as a group we are facing. Let's wait. Isha, if you can hear us, you're frozen.
I think she should put her video off and just have the audio.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's even able.
Yeah, I don't know if she can even be heard.
No, she
She's
left
dropped
again.
out again. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's dropped out again. So call her and just let her know then otherwise. Navina, call karti?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Give me a.
She would know, right? That if she has dropped out, obviously.
No, sometimes you realize, sometimes it takes a while before you realize.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I'll call her and let her know. Wait.
Ishani, you're on mute.
Before we get disconnected, let me just talk about the experiment first, and then we talk whatever remaining thing, right? This experiment is very, very specific. So basically, you need to put your thought of somebody whom you know, choose somebody whom you know, and expect a result from it. Like what I was saying is asking, telling the husband, bring a loaf of bread home, or calling or thinking that you are going to call me at such and such time, whatever. Okay, so all of you put such an intent that you will get it. How you think is, you have to visualize as if they're in front of you and you're telling them about it, and this is how they bring it to you also. Make a whole movie out of it. Okay, so it's a full pictured scenario. Okay. So if you want to make it a little more interesting and little more effective, you can, I can give my cat to somebody. You also shower your love basically, and then give them healing power, give them enthusiasm and all of it. When you're feeling extremely happy about it, how about thinking that, okay, I'm giving this happiness a little bit to them, something like that. Okay, so keep doing that and start seeing the change in them. And how do they respond to you? You understood,
Does
right?
this have to be the people we are in touch with, or like anyone?
It's much easier for the reason for the test experiment that you do with somebody, and you have most chances likelihood of meeting them. You can try whatever you want also. Go ahead and do it. I'll give one on a lighter note. Okay, so what Pam has written is, one of her teachers who was talking to another teacher about this same concept, and she said, oh, you mean I can, that, I don't have to do anything, just put an intent that I can even get men to call me on my telephone? And that guy says, of course you can do that. And so she puts this kind of a thing, I now receive an abundant inflow of calls from men. And the next whole week, she just gets all her previous lovers and whom she knew, everybody kept calling her. In fact, there were missed calls, wrong calls, but they were all ending up to be men. So it's like, be very specific, exactly what do you want, right? Even if you're trying to have fun, joking around, FP is very serious. So you don't want to mess up with that. Okay. So be very specific, and you put the intent and see how it works. It does work. I put the intent that I want to be chosen, and I was chosen. So I know it works. Okay. So that's about it. Now, if there is any question, let's discuss about it. Whoever want to leave, they can leave. And if the network connection goes, I'm going to close it. Or I will leave. You can continue talking. Your choice. Okay, what was the question? Neha.
The question was, like you said in 2012.
See, the dates I have forgotten. I've just made up the dates, okay? Somewhere in 20.
That is okay. What I mean is much later.
Okay, let's, for the sake of discussion, 2012 and 1973, okay? Okay, tell me the question.
1973 was once upon a time.
Correct.
2012 is, let's say, now. Okay, this is 2012, for example.
Yes.
So today, the healers are looking at a list of 1973 patients.
Yes.
And randomly, they made 2 groups.
Yes.
And they healed one.
Yes.
Now, certain people in 1973 may have healed and gone, may have not, may have died, may have anything.
Yeah.
Okay. And they got healed in 1973.
Yes.
Okay.
It's little difficult to understand. I know.
Right.
Now, if you step back at 1973 and think, okay, some set of people got healed and went. Some people did not. In that moment, what you would think is, yeah, they got the right medications and everything, treatment, so they got healed and went. Few of the people did not, fate, whatever we thought. We can think that way, right? But you now come here at 2012 and see, okay, these people healed those. That's why they got healed. Right?
So for example, if a certain situation, let's say today somebody blames me for a past situation. I mean,
Yeah.
today keeps on saying that time you didn't do this, that time you did whatever, So suppose I am a healer and I heal that in whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
90.
Yes.
It's not a physical issue, it is a feeling issue, right?
Yes. Even physical
will-
issue, do it when it started. At that time, you go and heal. Go to that time and heal. Am I frozen again? Neha, everybody is able to hear.
We can hear you, Isha.
Okay. Neha, can you hear me? Thumbs up. Show me the thumbs up. Neha can't hear that also. Okay.
Neha's gone on mute, actually, or she can't hear, whatever.
Can't hear.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
something. Now we can hear you.
Now we
Neha,
can hear.
Yeah. Neha, I'll give you this example. What do we do as therapy? It's just the same. We are going to the past and we are healing those so that we want changed life now.
Right.
It's the same thing, Neha. So you go back to the past event which caused that whatever and try to heal that. Now, how do you heal it? You can rescript it. You can bring all the resources, like if it's a child, bring all the parents and maybe parents can heal the child. The child didn't have something, so give that. Or try to show the child, was there any other possibility? Or something like that. Or take the past life, look at that past life and see, was there any other possibility? Or did the problem start there? What was the danger? Whatever we do there. We are healing now, sitting now, that past. Why are we doing that, Neha? Because now we have a problem. And if that problem has to solve, we solve the issue which started long time back.
Yeah. So if it is a problem, let's say with, like you said, with my son, I singly by myself visit the situation there.
Yes.
And heal that situation.
Yes. Try your best.
And change it.
Yes.
Or rescript it and do everything.
Now the thing about when we are saying about changing, we don't know what is good for us to change. We don't know that. We think it should be changed and you should do something else. But whatever solution we are thinking is, we are thinking from a very limited viewpoint. Okay, so my choice always is, I want to take out the problem, but I'm not going to change the situation.
Okay.
Probably I will introduce some few resources and help to come there and make the event output different. And I will watch it. What's the different output? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to watch it. You got what I'm saying? Let's take an example. Something happened to this person and, okay, let me say me. As a childhood, somewhere in the childhood, let me just say it never happened, but let me say I broke a leg. And because of it, I'm limping now. Let's say that way. Body related is slightly difficult, but I'm just giving an example so that we understand. Now I go there. Am I going to fix my leg there? I don't know. I don't know whether that's the truth for my life. Okay, but I can introduce a lot of resources like a doctor, like angels and or bright light or whatever that is. First of all, try to understand the story, why it happened, how others blamed you, and etc. Everything. Once that is done, once I am okay with it, I introduce some few things, and then I watch what do they do. Are they going to fix the leg? Or what they're going to do? And you'll be surprised something else happened there. And so you come back and then you see what would be the result of it here. Right? Now, there is no cookbook recipe for healing, Neha. You know what? You don't need to take license. You are a free bird. You can keep on trying and something you'll figure out beautifully good for you. Right? Because you hold the license for your own life anyway. So you are a best person for yourself to experiment. Keep experimenting it. And then you'll feel it's very simple actually. If nothing, you'll feel very sorted out in your head. You'll accept that fact. And then once you accept it, you'll open up for different possibilities. Right? So we don't have to fix anything, Neha. That's the whole point. The point is we want a different output. That's all.
Also, I wanted to ask, like my dad is no more, but he was a very active and a very witted person, very alert and all that. But towards the end, just before he left, for the past few days or a month or so, he was completely not there. We had to really call out, I'm so and so, I'm this, I'm that. He was not comatose or anything, but he was not all there. So if he's now no more, but if I had to heal him wherever he is, it would help.
Definitely it will help. From whatever you're saying, it seems like he was out of his body. Maybe. It will definitely help. Visualize that he's there, you're healing him, talk to him. You'll get a lot of messages, make him feel better. And then send him wherever he needs to go. This is the word, this is the sentence. Send him wherever he needs to go after healing. So wherever he is, suddenly he will recover if he has an illness. Wherever he is as somebody, if they have a problem because of this lifetime, when you do this, suddenly their problem solves. That's one of the most beautiful things we can do. So in any therapy session, I wouldn't lose one chance to do the energy exchange and healing their body and recovering their body consciousness and putting it back to their higher self. So they become more complete wherever they are.
So, Ishane, you visualize the person in front of you?
I do that way because I'm a very visual person. I can just sit and create a movie. So it's easy for me.
Okay.
So I visualized him. And what was the sentence?
Shiraz, 1 second, Shiraz.
Yeah,
I'll come back to you, Shiraz.
Yeah, sure.
So you said the sentence that is important is that I am sending him to
wherever he belongs.
Sending him wherever he belongs.
Yes.
Not the healing.
No. You do heal him, everything. Now he has to go away from your picture.
Ah, okay. Because
where should he go?
Him.
Do you want to send him back to yourself? No. Because you don't know whether he's reborn somewhere.
Right.
So you send him wherever he belongs. So his consciousness, which was stuck in this event, will now go join him.
Right.
Made sense?
Got it.
Wonderful. Keep trying it, okay? You'll see beautiful results actually. Shiraz, tell me.
So if you're not a visual person, Okay. And if you can't visualize in front of you, then what is the other alternative? What would you do? Sew it off
Emotions,
or-
emotions.
Okay.
Emotions are some of the wonderful things because, for example, Neha was very connected with the dad. The moment she started talking to the dad, did you feel a change in her surrounding, in herself, in her body, in her emotions? Did you feel that? She was already there in that event, right? So you need to feel that little bit of emotions. Go with that emotions and heal that.
Okay.
That's enough. If nothing, I can't make out anything, okay, can you hold a conversation with that person whom you know? Right? You can do that. That itself is great.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shiraz.
Thank you.
Okay, so are we done for today?
No, Ishani, I want to ask a question. How are we so sure that that person is stuck in that consciousness even now and we do healing? Like,
whenever you're doing a therapy, we can really make out, okay?
Okay.
Now, there are different ways to make out that, you know, when they have heavy emotions, when you sense the heavy emotions, they're stuck. For example, I don't know about Neha's father, but Neha is stuck there. A part of her consciousness is stuck in that event, in that time. Now, if Neha has to be complete and healed and also physically good, for good health and for power, Neha need to get back her self, which is stuck there. Now, because we can affect each other everywhere there, even the father could be stuck there because Neha is stuck there. Neha will only figure it out whether her father is moved on or not. You will know. You will definitely know. Although there are many time questions like we directly ask, have you moved on or have you stuck? Many times you get answers. And then you can help accordingly. But do not do this a lot because a lot of things will start coming to you who wants to liberate themselves. This is where your willpower and your boundaries should be strong. That I don't need to do this. I'm not for this. Only my loved ones, maybe I would want to, if you feel like that, right? So you have to be little strong in your own boundaries. Boundary putting is extremely important. Always remember that.
So how do we get answers when you say we will get answers?
You will know. Try, you will know that. The thing is, we'll always get answers, but we don't believe it. We think that we are making up in our head. Okay, if there is a means for you to reconfirm that later, like for example, I want to be chosen, and then Isha comes as the chit. That's what tells me that my thoughts are true, right? So something like that, if you are able to reconfirm yourself 1 or 2 times at least, then you know that whatever your answer you're getting is not wrong. It's not made up by your head. It's the truth. Because sometimes we have longings, Neha. We end up seeing an yes because we want an yes. But the day when you let go of that need and you're okay to just watch like an observer, that's where I said, when the broken leg, I'll see what they will do. When you accept that, okay, my leg is broken, it's fine, you accepted it. Now you want to see what happens. You're just an observer. That you need to cultivate it. And it happens. The more and more you work on yourself, the more and more you witness the miracle of this world, it happens. Okay. I think this session was something else. Anyway, so don't forget to do the experiments and please come back with a positive result. You need to believe. Okay, take care, all of you.
Can I hear this
Awesome
again on
sessions
YouTube?
today.
How soon
Yeah,
can I
I'm
hear
going.
it?
In the group, I'm putting it up, right? So go there and hear it.
Yeah, but in the
If it's
group,
too
we will.
long, if it's too long, just go forward, 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 and then go to the last part.
Okay.
Isha, my question. Navina.
Okay, maybe last question.
Yeah, so that time which I asked, you said you'll answer later. So if we want to
What was the question? Can you remind me?
I'll repeat it. It was like when we want to influence somebody's thoughts, or somebody is, going through something through our, like, working on ourselves, and then it has a ripple effect on the other person. So we can do this, right? Just by using our thoughts, or however.
You can do that, but it's always advisable not to change their life.
Okay, because they have their own experience of the soul.
Yeah,
and
there is something else happening. That is why we take permission, because then that's what they want. You are not God. You are not this universe. When you change it, you don't know that butterfly effect, right? 2, 3 more flutters and there is a tsunami somewhere.
Right.
You don't want to cause that. But you can send love all the time, and they will use the love the way they want.
They want. Got it.
That's the most beautiful thing and easy thing.
Easy thing, right? Because everybody has their own soul purpose, soul experience they want to experience.
Everybody has their own, yes. Yeah. It's like they need their own lessons.
Experience and come in that, what they want to experience as a soul.
Yes.
Right. So be a
But in this experiment, you are asking for you. Bring a loaf of bread, call me, all this for you.
For yourself.
Yeah, so that's okay. That's okay to do.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Isha. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Isha. It was
Thank
wonderful.
you, Neha. Thanks a lot. Even I enjoyed it a lot, even though there was some network stuff.
Thank you, Isha.
Yes, bye all of you. I will share that seat again.